Hey, what's up? What's up, good people? Facebook people, what's going on? Welcome to the first of many of the Strong Perspectives podcast. I'm here with my brother. I'm Keith Armstrong, by the way. I'm here with my brothers Jaquari Armstrong and Damon Armstrong. We're here to give you our view on lifestyles, love, sports, whatever comes our way. So hang on in, hang in with us, enjoy the ride. All right, guys. How y'all doing today? Jaquari, how you doing today?
I'm good. You know, no, no legitimate complaints, sir. I'm, just excited to experience this live thing. You know, that's it.
Since you're an actor, a thespian, you want to experience it like you're on stage, sir.
Mm. And playing the role of
Damon.
jackass, Keith Armstrong. How
Damon, how
people
you
know?
doing today, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Just going through the motions of you know, trying to keep a positive attitude about things. That's all.
Waste your life away. What's left of it anyway? There's nothing left. That's the point.
Okay.
What is that?
Somebody got a TV on?
I just muted it. My bad. I had y'all look. When I was waiting for y'all to come on, I was watching TV, so I paused my TV, and
Of
yeah.
course.
Well,
Of
I
course.
was about to wax real intellectualize, man.
I,
I'm about to say
I,
some
I
deep
saw it.
stuff.
I saw it, Damon. I saw how you ducked that
Okay.
head and you cocked that head to the
Yeah.
side. Go ahead, brother. Let's go.
With how I'm doing today, you understand me? I'm just sitting here basking in my potential, man.
Yeah.
That's some old stuff right there, boy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm great, man. We all blessed here, man.
Oh yeah. It's a funny thing. It's a funny thing about these things. I like the live better because when you record it, you gotta think about it. When it's live, it's natural. You know what I mean? As long as you don't get on here drunk and talking about the world is black, and I don't care what you say about it. And Christopher Columbus was a black man. Crazy shit like that. But
That's carried it too far right there,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
yeah, mass murderer, my fault. For excuse
You know why?
disrespect. Say what now?
Go ahead, Jaquan.
So you know why I like it? Because live is gonna expose the real talent.
There it is.
Mhm.
Challenge!
Challenge!
Hey, Ryan Johnson, sister-in-law
Yeah.
Benita, appreciate the love from y'all. But yeah, just talk about, let's give these folks live just a little taste of who you are as individuals. We'll start with you, Damon.
Who I am? I'm just a guy, man, who trying to keep my faith and what it is in particular that I believe in, man. Trying to stay in that faith. You know what I'm saying? Trying to respect all humanity. And be in love with life for what it's worth.
Okay.
Understood. Well, I mean, I'm just a guy, man, who's just just looking to have some fun, man, and spend some time with my brothers. Doing something that we enjoy doing with each other, man. We our communication and everything like that. We all find a certain amount of enjoying and entertainment in that, man. And I really think that the people in our lives outside of our three-man circle here would benefit from just seeing how we go, man. Seriously, it's just the realness of our interaction, man. That's all.
Okay. And listen, just to throw this out here, you're looking at to Strong Perspective Podcast. You know, me, Keith Armstrong, Damon Armstrong, Ja'Cory Armstrong. We're on go to our YouTube page. It's Strong
Please.
Perspectives. Check it out. We up there. You got a number of videos that you're gonna like. You know, make sure that you like it and subscribe. Come on through. You'll find something in each one of these things. You know what I mean? Now, Jeff, cousin Jeff, what's up, baby boy? Hey, listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my brothers Damon and Ja'Cory, they want to give y'all I asked them to talk about themselves. Well, I'm gonna give you not so G-rated version of me, and that's it. Look, I'm a humble human being. I try to be who I am. Okay, and my parents raised me to be a good man towards people and everything, but I got a gigantic ego. Oh yeah, my friends know me. My brothers know that I do, but that ego is tamed. You know what I'm saying? I say what I like to, what I need to say to people, I say to them. So I'm saying all that to say is when you watch us, because you're going to get some great content. When you watch us, when I say something to you, I'm not trying to convince you to be somebody else or to change your mind to my side. I want you to hear, just like I would give you the same courtesy. I want you to hear what I have to say. You don't have to agree. Because see, that's why I think the problem with our community is it's got to be all or nothing. If it's not all or nothing, in my opinion, if it's not all or nothing, then it puts brakes on everything. Now that was my little rambling on, you know what I mean? So what y'all want to talk about? This is the inaugural joint right here of the live podcast. What do y'all want to talk about? What's the first subject do we want to talk about? We want to touch on?
Well,
Hell,
I
go ahead, Ja'Cory. My fault.
No, I just like to say that my I just totally forgot about it. Keith, thank you, Keith. I appreciate you, brother.
Blame me.
Yeah.
Big Bill, what's up, Scarborough? Go ahead.
Bill, what's going on, bro? What's going on, fam? What's
going on? Big Cub, Big Bill.
Yo,
Jeff, you ain't driving, is you?
No, Jeff. You know what I mean? All right, let me pick one. Let's pick an easy one. Let's pick an easy.
What is it?
How about this one?
Mm-hmm.
As big black men, how do you think the world see you? How has the world seen you? And how do you think the world has seen you? I'm talking about black, white, anybody. Give me your opinion. You don't have to go into a long dissertation, but talk to us.
Well, I think in my case, man, as far as black people have always, seen my stature as being somewhat unpredictable. Every time, something jumped off, everybody's eyes was always on me, expecting me to, turn into the Hulk and start turning over tables and stuff like that. And as far as white people go, they've always tried to soften me, man. I mean, no matter what the situation, I've always been referred to as a freaking teddy bear or you're just so soft-spoken and all this. And, from the point that I realized what, these people were actually trying to do, whether it was subconscious or conscious or whatever, I've always combated that. And I tell them like, no, I'm not a nice guy. I'm not really as affable as you like to think I am in this particular moment. What I am is I'm very much appropriate to the moment, and that's what being a human being is. That's what being a man is. More importantly, that's what being a black man is. We need to learn how to be appropriate to the moments that we live in.
I think for me, man, I always took it as you guys has always been taller than me, so you probably experienced it more than I have. But for me, I always thought of it as a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my kids growing up, I said, man, look, because my girls were always tall and stuff like that. And I would tell them, I said, look, that's because you're supposed to be recognized, you're supposed to be seen, and
Good point.
with that comes responsibility, man. You know what I'm saying? So you have to carry yourself a certain way. If people are intimidated by how you carry yourself in a natural form, that's their issue, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you recognize that from the jump, then life is not a real struggle, man. It's like, it's gonna be some people that's intimidated by you, and there's gonna be some people that want to be close to you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I don't see it as anything negative. People formulate their opinions how they want to. You know what I'm saying? If they try to get to know you, then they'll see the difference. But you don't really have any control over that, man. So, I mean, if that makes any
I mean,
sense.
that's
I'm
no,
pretty
no.
much
It makes
cavalier
perfect.
about it, to be honest with you.
It makes perfect sense. I think what it is, the way that we view life is the way that we receive how people perceive us, how they look at us. Is the way we individually look at life. You dig? So
Yeah, but
the way
our
I
dad
look at
prepared
life,
us for that.
the way,
I'm sorry.
yeah, the way I looked at life, and I think mostly because I was the oldest. Didn't mean I was the best. I was the oldest of the three of us. So I experienced everything first. You know what I mean? So people didn't allow me to have a good, this is where I looked at life now. It wasn't necessary. It probably wasn't necessary what it was, but how I looked at life. People didn't allow me to be who I was. And I was a problem solver. So, you know, to make noise and to do certain things or throw things off kilter, I was either the one who tried to prevent that or to try to solve that. Me as a child, you see what I'm saying? Because I think, and like I said, it was the way that I saw the world. Every interaction I had was a negative interaction towards me. But then when I got older, I realized everyone goes through it. It's how they see it. Either they shrink away, or they run and hide, or they go along with that particular person because they want to get along, right? So I was the type of cat who wanted to belong. I didn't like being on an island, but then I realized my peace was on the island. So I couldn't see myself getting along with certain people if they didn't show me the same respect. And let's talk about white or black now. It's the same respect that I showed them. And that's just being cordial. You see what I mean?
Mm.
So that's just a little bit of the way I view life more than anything.
It's a very rare situation, man, where you're dealing with people who have a very unique, very unique perspective, man, as being anomalies, not only to like the rest of society outside of our communities or whatever, but even an anomaly within the confines of the black community. I mean, there's not a lot of people as far as stature who matches. You know what I mean? No matter where we are, what we're doing, what the situation is, we're always a focal point. Like and I equate it to like the aesthetics of art, right? Even though it's subconscious, when you look at like the Mona Lisa, there's a point that your eye always goes to. Your eye always goes to. You know, and a lot of people talk
The
about
lazy eye.
how it's her smile and how it's her eye and everything. But my point is, it's in the upper part of the painting, right? So whenever we walk into a room, everybody's focus is always, on the heads that are like towering above everybody else's. You know what I mean? And it's usually a situation where what are they going to do? You know,
Yep.
how are they, what's their demeanor? You know, are they assholes? Are they jackasses? You know, are they soft? You know, things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's the way I address the world is like on the occasions where I was allowed to be myself with no judgments or no situations where I didn't perceive judgment or anything. You know, I don't know if I necessarily learned from those situations, but the situations where there was some tension there, and I had to be savvy spoke and navigate that. I think that's where I learned everything, man.
Yeah.
So even though we all experience our bad situations or whatever, I like to believe, man, that I've learned an immense amount of personal information from, just like I said, navigating my bullshit. You know.
Yeah. Hey, before we go on, Damon, is a couple questions. Cousin Jeff Williams, he had something to say, and a good friend of mine, Keith Barnes, he wanted us to answer a question. So I'm going to ask you these couple things, and I want you to respond. Jeff was like, he said a lot of people want to talk to me to see who I am because they think I'm a former pro athlete. That's number one. I want you to give your opinion about that. Then Keith Barnes was like, well, on the same topic of what we're talking about, what's it been to each one of us experience the different places that we live in now, our different experiences. So we'll just go from there, and then Damon, is up to you. If you need me to repeat it, because I know you're old, man.
I don't remember any of that.
For me, man,
Hold on. I was just thinking about it. What you say? Go ahead, bro.
you talking about in terms of people wanting to know if I was a professional athlete or whatever.
Now, have you ever been approached like that?
I've been approached by that a lot of times, man. And I respond jokingly by saying, you know what, I didn't have the discipline, man. I had the physical skills and attributes, man, but I didn't have the discipline, man. When I first went to college, we practiced 3.5 hours, man, every day. And that's a job, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's when it stopped being funny. So I knew that was something that I wasn't going to really commit to. You know what I'm saying? I had the ability, but I wasn't going to be committed to that, man. So I'll just be honest. Hey, no, I played a long time ago. I got certain things.
That's my
man,
favorite thing. A long time ago.
Yeah, I got certain things, man, that I accomplished being an athlete, and they're not, anything on the level of being a pro athlete, but for me, they suffice.
I mean, stop stop being humble. Look, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to be humble, bro. This, say what's on your mind. We're talking about
what you saying, bro?
We're talking about basketball because I tell you what, no matter what anybody had opinion about me when it came to that hardwood, I was a bad man. Period. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you talk about how you talk about how you in your school's Hall of Fame for basketball. You talk about that. You know what I mean? That's why I gave you the question first. To give you the opportunity for that.
There was some.
Now, hold on.
Ain't that a
Hold
bitch?
on for 1 second. Hit us in the head, but let it be a quick hit and quitter, dog. I don't want you on that.
Well, look here, man. Let me break it down to you, man.
So, in
the very beginning, you understand me? No, man. It's something, man. It's something that occurred. It's something that happened. I'm not minimizing it at all. You know what I'm saying? I just say, basketball was something that I did for entertainment, for fun. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing a sport, you realize that the things that you have to work on or whatever, basketball, any sport, it exposes your life, man. It tells you your strengths, it tells you your weaknesses, and all of that stuff. And even though I had the physical attributes, I always thought the game better. You know what I'm saying? I always imagined and thought the game better. So if I were to take my and I know I'm veering way off course or whatever, but I probably would have been a better coach than a pro basketball player. Let me put it that way.
I got you, dog. I got you. Hey, Kim Irby on there. She's saying, "What's up, fellas?" Kim Irby.
Hey, what's up, Kim? How you doing?
How you doing?
And Malika's, she said something about, she always from the outside looking in, it seemed like they always wanted to try to challenge us because of our stature. Yeah, and the answer to that, Malika, people made many mistakes trying to do that because they got humble. They got humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hey, look, and William Scarborough, Big Bill, that's my former co-worker, he wants to know who was the better athlete. Anybody want to speak on that?
Everybody else.
As far as athletics go, man, I never committed myself to either basketball or football or anything that I was involved in, not wholeheartedly, man. I mean, I don't think it was right for me to pursue those things because I didn't love them, But at this point, I couldn't tell you anything that I loved as a young person, man. I just wanted to be out there, man. I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be involved in, what the cool guys was doing. You know what I mean? But I didn't understand that, it was anybody's to take at that time. You know what I mean? That's why my sports life fantasies and everything, man, just always fell short because I only did enough to to keep me successful at that time. I didn't have the foresight, to say, well, Spoke, man, if you got in the weight room, man, and put 10 more pounds on your bench press, bro, you could be unstoppable. If you shaved a couple extra seconds off your 40 time, man, that could have somebody looking at you. So when it came time for me, to start considering schools and everything, man, I was baffled because hell, I think I kicked ass on Friday nights, but
no,
the preparation, man, getting up to those Friday nights, man, it just wasn't up to par. So I don't claim any athletic prowess, man, and but I don't blow it off either, man. I was there, and I was definitely a part of some very, very good squads. Seriously, But as far as leader,
look, before you speak, Fluke, now Jaquari just bowed out of the situation. Now it's me and you. God damn it, who's the best athlete? I'm talking about. I'm not talking about best basketball player. I'm talking about best athlete. Let's go. No, I'm just fucking around.
Now, if anything, I believe I was probably the best. I'm probably the best karate man. Goddamn. How about that?
The best what?
Karate man.
Hi-ya!
Hey, Jaquan. No, hey, Jaquan, I'm not gonna let you go away. I ain't gonna let you get away with that, cause you ain't get your ass kicked as much as me and Keith.
Cause I ain't have to, cause I ain't have to, cause I was good enough to show Pop at that time that he shouldn't fuck with me.
You break it up, man.
Hey, no. First of all, let's go ahead. We might as well just get this out in the open because it's entertaining. My brothers and myself, we had a father who was, in our eyes, was a great man, a great teacher, a loving father, the whole nine. Yeah, but let me tell you, he was born, he's Mississippi bred, and all about lessons and all about different things. You know what I mean? And when we talking about the crew, Jaquari said Karate Man, just to get y'all up to speed. Karate Man.
Are you guys having technical difficulties,
he practiced.
What'd you say?
Just a little bit, but it's going in and out. You good right now, bro. But our dad was, judo, karate type of deal. So he used to, is it practice or show us? It was one of the two on us.
It was preparation, preparation for the world, brother.
Look, me and Damon caught the brunt of the whole situation because we used to be out in the yard. When he came outside, tell us to step outside, and he came outside with no shoes on, I said to myself, oh, shit. Because he was good with them kicks. What do you think, Damon?
Hold on for a minute, bro.
Say what now?
I think you said hold
Did you
on.
freeze or what?
I was you guys were freezing on me, man.
Well, we're not
So what you
freezing. It's I think
yeah.
it's,
What you
all right.
trying to tell you? You
I
trying to
tell
fix
you
it?
what.
Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
check your text message, man, and just go ahead.
Hey,
Hey, look here, I'm sitting
hey,
out.
bro.
I'm sitting out on SOS.
Hey,
Hey, man, I ain't
bro, you
heard
can't.
nothing y'all said, man.
Hey, look. You can't fix technical difficulties by just staring at the screen, man. Somebody need to work on it.
Hey, Keith, you can't take the computer and just shake the motherfucker and expect it to correct itself. Okay, David, you can't do that, brother. You got
All
let
right.
us
Well,
have some
look.
talk.
Let me just share. Let me share this with you. Let me share this with you. Quaro was probably maybe
Hey, look here, man.
we had just moved from Detroit back to
Let me try to
Ypsilanti.
figure out what's man. Straight up.
We had just moved back, and Jaquari, I think Jaquari about 4 or 5, and me and Damon was in elementary. So our dad came in the house. We get ready to go to bed. You know what I mean? It was winter time. The heat was up. It's hot. You know what I'm saying? We sitting up in the house with no shoes on. I mean, no shirts on, and we sit up in the house with no shirts on. Dad come in the room. He's like, "Let me show you something." So as soon as our pop said that, it was a sign like, "Oh shit," because like I said, he was a martial artist. He used to do his thing, and he used to show us all the time. So he said, "Stand in front of me, Keith." And being the oldest, I was always the one to get. I was always the one. To start off everything. So I'm standing in front of him. He said, "Hold your hands out," right? With no shirt on. He said, "No matter what you hear,
y'all excuse me
or
for
no
a
matter
minute,
what
man.
you feel, no matter what you hear, or no matter what you feel, don't react." And I'm thinking to myself, well, what is he going to do? Next thing you know, it's a quad. Pow! He slapped me on the side. Boom! He said, "Keep your hands up." And I'm like this, right? He smacked me. Pow! On the side, right here. I'm like, "Oh, well, hold on, man." I'm looking at him like, "What the fuck you doing?" Right?
Yeah.
He said, "This is concentration. This concentration. You're reacting to the sound, not the pain." I said, because I called my dad John. I said, "John, no disrespect, but I'm reacting to the pain, man."
Yeah.
So he gives my brother Damon. I know, Damon's my ride or die. So you know that, right? Y'all both my ride or die. But this time, he was not gonna be fucking with it. So my dad, John had him standing up there, right? He said, "Close your eyes." Damon would not close his eyes. He's like, "Look, I just seen what."
Yeah, like
He
come
said,
on,
"No,
bro.
close your eyes, son." He said, no. So he raised his arm, and Damon had his eyes peaked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he flinched. So he got mad because he did it several times, right? He got mad. He said, "You know what? Get your ass out of here." Right? So I'm standing there, and I'm saying to myself, "I'll be damned," right? And as Damon walking out the door, I swear to God, spoke. He stopped at the door. My dad's back, John's back was to the door. He stopped at the door. He turned around and looked at me and said, and walked the fuck out. I
You can't be mad. That was savvy, man.
I
You can't be mad
said,
at him for that.
look, he was not, he said, "Man, look." And later on, he was like, "Keith, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." He came back and apologized.
He apologized to you for it.
He said, "I saw what he was on."
Yeah.
I saw what he was on.
And like
But
in his later years when he used to try to do that shit to me, man, I used to hurt him early. Fuck. I didn't. I mean, it was he wanted me to prove something, so I proved it to him, and he would leave me alone. I mean, what the hell?
Look, look, John. Our dad was a tough man. And he was a fair man, but he be on some crazy stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so tell him about the time, I was home. I think maybe I was a junior in college, maybe. Because see, at that time, at that time, I loved him to death, right? But once he got in that, I was grown, so I could get up and leave. And he couldn't say, boy, get your ass back here. He couldn't do that no more.
Yeah.
But remember, we was home for the summer. I was home for the summer. Me and Damon was home for the summer. And we had been sitting on the porch drinking. He wanted to wrestle you. Let them know what happened.
No. It was actually we had been somewhere barbecuing. It was the time we the whole thing we barbecued that whole pig, right? And we was walking on our way home through the path over by where's that street? Alonzo
Hamilton,
and his family
maybe?
used to Hamilton, yeah. So we walked through, we walking through the path or whatever, and then all of a sudden, he just dives out of the picture, and I'm like, oh fuck, right? And y'all already
What's
talking
happening?
like, huh?
Is that why I'm getting?
Go ahead, Bill. Yo, we hear you, Damon. We hear you, bro.
Yeah.
You're messing up the live, man. Come on. Look, mute yourself real quick, Fluke. Yeah. We hear you. We hear you. Mute yourself. Yeah. Go ahead, Spoke. Finish.
Yeah, I mean, because at that point, I was really never involved in that. That was always you, Fluky, and Pop, out in the front yard or whatever. I was always young, so I could never be a part of that. Like, and I'd be like, well, Dad, I'm tough. I can fight a little bit, I think. So when we walking through the path, and he dove out of the picture or whatever, y'all was, Johnny on the spot, like, oh man, here we go. It's about to start. So we walk all the way home or whatever. And Keith,
no, tell him what we did when he dove. No, hey, hold on, Jaquari. Tell him what we did when he dove into the bushes. What did me and Damon do?
Y'all gave each other the here we go look. I mean, I don't know shit. That was a long time ago. What did we do?
Let's get the fuck and we got the fuck out of that path. That's what we did.
And got to surroundings where there was no obstructed views because he was crouching behind shit and army rolling all over the place and shit. I was like, what the hell's going on around here, right? So we finally get to the house, and Keith, I don't even remember what Keith said, but he just went in the goddamn house. And Pop looks at me and is like, well, Spo, I don't think you can defend yourself. I was like, what? And mind you, at this point, I had waited years. I had waited. This was a rite of passage for us, as far as I was concerned, because I had never been through it before. Right? So, yeah, he's like, son, I don't think you can defend yourself. I think you saw. I said, saw? Okay. So we lock up and we wrestled and everything, right? And, I thought, I felt like I was taking his power and everything, and mind you, I'm like 13, 14 years old at that point. And I had never been in no real altercations or whatever. So I didn't know what to do. So we locked up and we wrestled, out in the front yard at, grandma's house and everything. And I'm working him, and I work him onto my right hip. And I'm like, well, shit. All the karate movies, all the wrestling movies, wrestling shows I've seen, I'm like, well, I got this motherfucker now. So, right? So I bumped my hip into his hip, and with his feet left the ground. That was it. I had him. I slammed the shit out. I flipped him and slammed the shit out of him on the shoulder, right? And I thought it was over. I thought I'd proved myself as being tough enough to defend myself in the eyes of my father. But when I stood up, and I'm looking for him to stand up, and I'm like expecting praise, and he looked at me and what I seen in his face, I didn't recognize. I wasn't his son anymore. I wasn't his son anymore. I was like, I said, Pop, and he said, ah! And he tackled me, man. And back then I had a big old bushy dry ass Jerry curl, right? So when he tackled me and we hit the ground, I thought that was it. I thought he was just gonna dump me and that was it. But he grabbed my hair and started beating my head on the sidewalk repeatedly and shit. I'm like, Pop, I'm your son. I mean, what the fuck is you doing? Right? So when he was done, I don't remember that. I don't remember much after that. But when he was done, he got up off of me and I got up. And, I was sniffing on the shit, but holding back the tears. And he was like, "Take your ass to bed." I'm like, this is a watershed moment for me, sir. I just basically kicked your ass, Pop. Yeah. I just jumped on you. I defended myself, man, up to your part. As far as I believe or whatever. You sending me to bed because you mad? Then I found out, that he was hurt. His shoulder got fucked up. Say fucked up for like 2 years. I'm like, dude, why don't you go to the hospital, motherfucker? Why don't you go?
Hey, look. And Damon,
he told me.
Damon, I need you to jump in on that.
Hey,
Damon, give us your side of that real quick. Give us your side of that real quick, Damon.
Well, my side of it was when we was walking from the store and we came up to the bushes and he just dove in. Keith looked at me and was like, "Damn, man.
Here we go.
Keith was like, "Now this what we gonna do." All three of us is gonna run, man, through the path. So we ran and got through. And Keith Jacory kept running. I'm like, let me make sure Pop all right, man. So he came out with his disappointed look on his face because, he wanted to mix it up and rumble. And
he said, mix it up.
Yeah, so I was like, man, it's all good, Pop. Come on, man, let's go home. He was like, man, like he said to you, man, I don't think you know how to survive, man. I said, Pop, hey, man, I didn't come home for that shit, man. I just want to get, we done had a few drinks, man. Let's just chill. He said, no, son, I want to show you something right quick. I was like, man, okay. That's when he had me down there on the ground. And he said, hey, man, I'm going to show you this chokehold, man, and I want you to keep working to get out of it. I said, man, Pop, man, don't choke me, man. I ain't trying to do all that, man. By that time, he got me in the chokehold, and he was like, keep moving, son, keep moving. I'm like, man, now, my big brother told me, man, to keep running.
I
Man,
told you to quit fucking with him with that. I went through that shit.
That dude was choking me, man. And I'm like, hey, man, I can't breathe. He's like, I'm still here, son. What you gonna do? Yeah. So, I had to twist his arm and bend his thumb back and all that stuff to get out of it. And I got up off the ground. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at my big brother. I'm like, man, this sucker just left me, man. But see, that was payback for what I left him in the room with, Pop. That was payback, man. But then that's when we walked down to the house. And like Jacory said, he was like, hey, I want to be a part of this too. Mm-hmm. And my big brother was standing there on the top of the porch. He was like, hey, dude, I ain't having none of that, man. So y'all can stay out here if you want to. I'm going in the house. So him and Jacory got to mixing it up, man. And just like Jacory explained it, man, he slammed him. And Pop just went into survival mode then, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm glad you took it personal, but I'm glad you didn't take it real personal. Because, man, you slammed the hell out of it, man. And dust was flying off the concrete. I said, God damn.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I was sitting at the couch by the TV. I mean, by the door. And all I heard you say, Damon, was, oh, God. I got the fuck up and went out there.
Hey man, look, when we was wrestling and everything, man, you know, he was going hard, man. He was trying to hurt me, man. So I'm like, well, shit.
But
I
here's the
I
thing.
gotta do something. He gonna, like you say, Fluke. He gonna gouge my
Look,
eyes out or something, or fucking,
Look,
or do something to me. So I got to do something, man. So I did something.
so
I
so
thought that's what he
but
wanted.
but at the point where you ended Jaquan, I'm sitting out there and I'm talking to him and I'm like, damn man, why would you doing my brother like that, man? He looked at me, he said, son, at that point I was just trying to survive. He said I went into survival mode, man. It didn't matter who it was. He slammed the shit out of me. So that's why he did what he did.
But I'm saying though, man, you know, I mean, he should have laid down some ground rules or something first. Like, but
I'm gonna tell you the
Hey
funniest
man,
thing
you
about
hey,
that was. Go ahead, Phil.
no man, go ahead, man. We didn't pretty much describe the situation. He went into survival
No,
mode.
no,
Man.
I'm
He
gonna
was
tell
like,
y'all. And look, and I've said this to y'all before. I said he deserved. He look the way he was doing shit. He deserved to get slammed the way he did. I was like, "Hey, Pop, you all right?" I said, "You cool, man?" But yeah, man, just my shoulder, right? Then I walked away like, hey, like,
hey,
like,
hey, look, before
but
I went in the house, I said, y'all remember this? I said, look, Jaquari, do not go out there in that yard. I said, Jaquari, don't be fucking with him. No, Keith is cool. And John was like, yeah, son, he gonna be all right. I said, well, look. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go in the house then because this is not gonna end well. I told him that because look, it was years. It was years. Me and Fluke. You know why he stopped fucking with me? Because I quietly showed him just how strong I was. You understand what I'm saying to you?
and that's the
Like,
logic.
look, man, hold on.
That's the logic I was trying to
But
follow.
look. But see, you was 14, so your logic was slam the shit out of somebody. Maybe a lesson is there somewhere. Oh,
I
shit.
had look. I didn't know. I had no reference, man. I had never been involved in the outside escapades before. So as far as I was concerned,
Yeah.
when I didn't go in the
You're right.
house,
You're right.
you know, I thought I was just gonna be watching the show. But no,
I could never
Hey,
understand, man.
look. But look, this is what we're gonna do, man, because we 43 minutes into this situation. This is our first live, and we was gonna do a serious topic at the end, but I love this right here. I love this energy. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you both a chance to tie it in a knot on how y'all feel about this first live broadcast, and then we're just gonna go ahead and end it up. All right. So we're gonna start with you, Damon.
all right, I'll be right back.
It was one of those situations, man, where this is what we do when we're together anyway, man. So it felt really natural to me. I was having no technical difficulties or whatever, but I'm glad I got back in when we did. So but yeah, it's a natural thing, man. This is what we do anyway.
You're doing your thing. Yeah. Yeah.
This is what we do anyway when we get together.
Because
we do it all day and all night.
I began by saying I love this. I love the actual live thing because when you plan to do something, you got to think about what you're doing and what you're saying. You know what I mean? When it's live, it's like, yo, I'm vibing with you. Let's go ahead and vibe. All right, Spoke. What do you think about the first live, our first one?
I feel pretty good about it, man. Any apprehensions that I may have had before have definitely been like dulled at this point because we've only done it, one time, and it definitely wasn't with all three of us on the same screen at the same time. So it's progression, man. The next time we do it, it's gonna be better.
Yeah. I tell you, it was fun. It was fun for me. What I want to do, I want to acknowledge everyone. There's enough people on here to acknowledge them. You know what I mean? Who showed up. Sister-in-law Benita, thank you for showing up, showing love. Malika, cousin Malika, homegirl Kim Irby, cousin Jeff, Keith Barnes, Dron Johnson. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all let people know this is a good show. And also, go to our YouTube page. It's Strong Perspectives. Like and share it and subscribe. Come on through. And also, I'm going to put this out there because on the live, I'm going to keep doing it. We having other people, just like our, the folks who posted comments, we having everybody on. I want to hear your voices. We're hearing our voice. We got to hear what we're saying. We're hearing our voices. I want you to have the same opportunity. All right, folks? Now, this is all love. And hey, Big Bill, Big William Scarborough, you too, brother. Appreciate you, man. But it's all love, man. Next time, we're going to try to do this either, at least I want to get it up to a live weekly, but we'll see. But so you guys go to our YouTube. I'm saying it again. Hey, pass it along. Share it with people. Let them know. Because in each and every one of our episodes, we have something that everyone wants to hear. It may not be the whole episode, but it's one or two gems in that joint. Because that's how we do. That's how we do. All right, man. Look, I love y'all, man.
I love you too, brother. Love you too.
Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday.
Yeah, and in parting, I just like to say my binary recognition is sport and motherfucker.
All right, man.
Damon, you want to close it up, man? Go ahead and close it up.
Next time, man, we're gonna, my hope is next time is come on, man, we be laugh, man. My next time, man, we're gonna get into some real serious stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this Supreme Court hearings that they have plenty to say about that as well as I'm sure my brothers do too, man. So
all right, love y'all.
All right, love
Peace.
you too, brother.
Talk to y'all later. This is Strong Perspective, baby. Tune in. Peace.
All right.
Peace.